Hello, my name is Meredith Henning, and I am the Senior Manager of the Out of the Darkness Walks for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I just wanted to say a huge thank you for being here today, for joining in on your local campus walk, as well as being part of the National Campus Day of Action. You are collectively joining thousands of people across the country today who are raising their voices, spreading hope, spreading awareness, and raising funds to prevent suicide and to change the culture around mental health. That is all because of you. So thank you. I hope that you will also go to afsp.org/day of action, where you can find Instagram story graphics that you can use throughout the day to share what you are doing for your actions, as well as using the hashtag Hope Walks Here. There is also a Spotify playlist that you can listen to as you are taking action, and it also contains songs that have been submitted by fellow walkers. So I suggest you use that as well. In addition to that, there are resources, there are other activities that are going on today. One of them is actually an Instagram live dance with our friends at Forward Space. So I hope you will join in on that as well. Now, my honor bead colors are green, teal, purple, and blue. And as you see, I'm wearing them here. And I suggest that you also get creative with how you share your honor colors and how you are connected to the cause as you share pictures on social all day, because this is one of the ways that we connect with each other. If you are unsure as to what your honor bead color is, you can go to your local walk page, or you can go to the Day of Action page. Once again, I hope all day you will be using the hashtag Hope Walks Here, because your post will also show up on the Day of Action page. And I once again want to thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this year's campus walks. It means so much to all of us here at AFSP, and you truly are saving lives and bringing hope to those affected by suicide. And now I want to share with you a video that was created by an amazing student. Her name is Eleanor Fernandez, and she's a student at Clemson University, as well as a Clemson University walk chair. And I want to share this video with you because I hope it does for you what it did for me. It brings hope. It brings insight into the struggles of someone who is dealing with a mental health condition. And I also hope that if you are struggling, or if you know someone who is struggling, that it will give you hope to know that there is support out there and that you can reach out and that you know that you are not alone.
I'm the kind of person who makes plans. I like to plan out my life. When the mental illness came, I went into a downward spiral. At my lowest point, I didn't have a plan. Well, I did have a plan, but it was an unrealistic, perfectionistic plan, and mental illness came in and totally wrecked that plan. I hated myself for not achieving the unrealistic standards I set for myself. I spent a lot of time in bed, a lot of time staring at the ceiling fan. The fear of being a disappointment dominated my life. I no longer found happiness in the things that used to bring me joy. Sometimes I'd feel this overwhelming sadness. My mind's defense to that was to simply shut down. I felt hopeless, desperate, trapped. So, the new plan was to end my life. If I died, I wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. To my emotionally numb brain, it was the best plan possible. The plan wasn't about death, it was about finding an end to those negative emotions. That plan resulted in being sent to the psychiatric ward for a week. The psych ward was an eye-opening experience. After that, I started therapy, then medication. I re-evaluated my relationships, Slowly but surely, I got better. Every day I take my meds, 3 little pills for my brain's decreased production of dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. As the joke goes, if you can't make your own neurotransmitters, store-bought is fine. I still go to therapy, even though I feel good about my life. I'm surrounded by supportive friends who are open about their mental health, and a partner who has loved me through it all. We support each other through the highs and the lows. I remember the day that I got back from the psychiatrist and my diagnosis status was finally full of remission. I felt so proud of myself for making it this far. There wasn't one singular day where I got better. It happened gradually, over time. Recovery is not something that happened to me. It is a state of being I work towards every single day. I am reminded of an excerpt from the book Lost in the Cosmos by Walker Percy, where the narrator contemplates the nature of life and living in this messed up world. You can elect suicide, but you decide not to. What happens? Why not live instead of dying? Why not do whatever you want? You could die, but instead you choose to do whatever you want. Since you have the option of being dead, you have nothing to lose by being alive. Now I make plans that I look forward to. I make plans for what to do when I'm having a bad day, and plans to enjoy the life I didn't expect to still be living. And sometimes I even try to live spontaneously, without a plan. Suicide has affected so many lives, and here at the Out of the Darkness Walk, we have a space to actually talk about it. You may have a loved one or even yourself who has been affected by suicide. My plan could have ended with my life, but it didn't. Together, we can change our plans for the better.
Hi everybody, happy walk day. My name is Joel and I'm the walk chair for Illinois Tech's Campus Walk. This is the 3rd year that we've done a campus walk, so it's our 2nd year doing one virtually. And even though things might have looked a little differently than we expected, I'm still really thankful for everyone's participation, especially from the walk committee members who helped to organize all this. As we take time today to pause and reflect on the lives that we've lost to suicide, know that your support and participation in this walk have positively contributed to suicide prevention efforts. Although it saddens me that we won't be able to gather physically today, I'm still really looking forward to seeing everybody's walk photos and hearing your stories as we connect virtually.
Good morning, McHenry County Walkers. Jen Belletto, Chair of the McHenry County Suicide Prevention Task Force. Big thanks to all of our McHenry Walk teams and our community sponsors and donators for your support in the 12th annual Out of the Darkness Campus Walk here in McHenry County. The funds that you guys have raised through your teams and through your sponsorship allow the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention to fund research, advocate for public policy, create educational programs, support survivors of suicide loss, and delegate a number of those funds back into our community so that we can continue to raise awareness and education for mental health and suicide prevention here in McHenry County. Thank you also to my fellow task force members for your dedication to organizing this event. A few years ago, when the Hartman family had passed us the torch to take over organization of the walk, my biggest fear at that time had been learning how to navigate that registration table on event day. Patty Hartman and her friends and family had created such a well-oiled machine. I was not sure how we were going to match up. And then there we were last year, well into our walk planning, when we learned that we weren't going to be able to walk together in person, and instead we would be having a virtual event. Little did I know then that here we would be again 1 year later, still not able to walk in person and hosting another virtual event. I also never would have imagined that I would be wishing to have the stress of learning how to navigate that registration table, if only it meant that we would be together again and walking in person. But since that is not the case, today is a day of action, and we're gonna let this day of action serve as a reminder that while we cannot be physically together walking, we are still walking together. We're walking together in memory of those who we've lost to suicide. We are walking together in honor of those who struggle and continue to struggle with their own mental wellness. And we're walking together to give hope, to remind one another that we are not alone. Today, as you are out taking your action, whatever that may mean for you, remember to take some photos and post them on our Padlet page so that we can share with each other the actions that we are taking today. And if you have not yet donated to the virtual raffle team, there is still time to do so. We will be accepting donations to that team throughout the day. So make a donation, get your name entered for a chance to win some great prizes that have been donated by local businesses. And have a great day. Thanks.
Hey everyone, Trevor from SIU Carbondale here. We're so excited to host our annual Out of the Darkness Walk. It may look a little different this year, and we may not be together in person, but the support from our campus and our community hasn't changed a bit. We just want to send a big thank you to everyone who's been involved in making our walk a success. A big thank you goes out to our sponsors, the Carbondale Times, SIH, the Southern Illinois Miners, Find Your Anchor, Centerstone, One Life Counseling and Mindfulness Studio, Sergio's Mexican Restaurant, Student Health Services, and Salukis on Your Side. Another thank you to our campus and community partners for making this happen this year. From the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate everyone who has donated, participated, or shown support in the fight to prevent suicide. We couldn't have done any of this without you. Thank you so much again.
Hello, and welcome to the Out of the Darkness Campus Walks for 2021. This is the combined program for our Southern Illinois University Campus Walk, our IIT Campus Walk, and our McHenry County Walk. Just a word about the Out of the Darkness Campus Walks. Many people first learn about the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention's life-saving work through our walks. Though the Campus Walks only launched in 2010, they sparked a grassroots movement on high schools and colleges across the country that continues to gain momentum each year. And just because we can't be together today in person, it doesn't mean that we can't connect. So thank you to everyone who is tuning in now for our virtual walk program. As we know, hope will not be canceled. And we are still here together because we have hope. The AFSP mission, as you may know, is to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide. Suicide is a health issue, just like any other health issue. And we believe that suicide can be prevented. And that's why you're here today, because you believe that as well. Together, we can create a culture that's smart about mental health and suicide prevention. And we wouldn't be anywhere without our community partners who help us with these virtual walks and real walks when we're in person. First of all, thank you to our McHenry County sponsors this year. As you can see, we have plenty of sponsors from McHenry County, a lot of good community support, and we're so thankful to have those sponsors. And here we have our fabulous SIU sponsors. Great community support from the Carbondale area. Thank you so much to our SIU sponsors. And our IIT sponsors coming soon. IIT is on a slightly different schedule for their sponsorships, and they are working hard in their community to get some community involvement and some partners, and they will have some sponsors coming soon. So thank you, IIT sponsors, to be coming soon. And thank you to all of you who have joined us today. After this program concludes, we invite you to walk in your neighborhood, at your favorite trail or park, or any place that's special to you, either by yourself or with some friends or family that means a lot to you today. And then take pictures, and be sure to post your pictures and your thoughts on our Why I Walk Padlet. Here is a picture of the Why I Walk Padlet. This is the SIU Campus Walk, Why I Walk. So you can see people posting lots of messages here. You can find your link to your Why I Walk wall, either on your individual walk page or in some of the emails that we've been sending you throughout the week. Thank you all so much for joining us today and for walking. Thank you again. Bye-bye.